Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Great to be here for the closing night show here at what is this? Is this San Francisco? Okay, been here for 2 weeks, and this is the closing night. We do 2 shows tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, so let's get going, huh? I mean, I think there's nothing better for a person to come out and do the same thing over and over for 2 weeks. And this is what I enjoy, so I'm just going to do the same thing over and over and over. And I think rather than do it just twice, I think I'm going to do it over and over. I'm going to do the same joke over and over in the same show. This will be like a new thing. I'm looking for a little different kind of thing tonight, so this would be good. Okay. Hey, I'm not trying to be a big shot or anything like that, but I get my drinks half price. That's right, for every one you buy, I get 2. So I can just have about as much as I want, you know what I mean? And it doesn't affect me. No, I'm not on this stuff. Okay, I have had a lot of fun since I've been here. I do like coming to San Francisco because it's an intellectual town, and that's kind of what I'm into. I dig the intellectual kind of thing, and I had a good time since I've been here. I know that sounds phony because every entertainer in the world comes out, no matter where they are, they go, "Hey, it's really great to be here," and it really sounds fake, but I am sincere when I say, "Hey, it's really great to be here." But I dig the scene here. You know, I'm into the sophisticated kind of thing, and that's because I went to college. I studied philosophy, psychology in college, and I'm pretty proud of that. How many people study philosophy in college? So they can never raise their hand. They always go like halfway, because they're so confused after about 2 years, you know. Oh, but shit. Anyway, I have a book coming out. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm getting more out of the comedy, more into the serious. There's a little child there. Hi. How old is that little child? 2? Got a joke for him. These 2 lesbians are walking down the street. Anyway, I do have a book coming out. It's kind of a serious work for me, and I hope you pick it up. It's called How to Get Along with Everyone. And I didn't write it by myself. I wrote it with this other asshole jerk-off. But I have a couple other books. I did Bad Banana on Broadway. How many people read that? Just a few. Okay. Ceremony for a Fat Lip. Did you read this? Oh, I did Renegade Nuns on Wheels, Dykes on Fire, and How to Make Money Off the Mentally Ill. This was a big one for me. How I turned $1 million in real estate into $25 in cash. I wrote Mind Gone Haywire. I'll Take the Alphabet. Trouble in Doggyland. Let's see, Howdy Doody, Man or Myth. And I did The Apple Pie Hubbub. And of course, The Apple Pie Hubbub was a significant novel for me because that's when I first started using verbs. My novels really brightened up after that. It was great. It's a good thing. But it's great. I think school is an important thing because you do learn the important questions of life. Hey, Isti mundus furiabundus, huh? Oh, forgot. You don't speak Latin. Okay, but I'm in the language. This is my thing, you know. Language is the most important. I think you know what I'm trying to say. If you go to college, study the English language. So few people can really speak with pizzazz, you know? I think you know what I'm trying to say. Because we have a communication going here. We're into something. We are into something, man. And this is not drug-induced either. This is real. I've never had this feeling before, really. This is wild. This is wild, isn't it? You feel it? I'm feeling it. But I am into the intellectual thing. I went to college. I studied the great philosophers, Socrates. I studied Plato, and you learn the important things. Like if you're studying geology, which is all facts, as soon as you get out of school, you forget it all, because it's just numbers and things. But philosophy, you remember just enough to screw you up for the rest of your life. And you studied the important, like ethical questions. Is it okay to yell movie in a crowded firehouse? Religious questions. Does the Pope shit in the woods? Keep waiting sometime, oh. If there is a God, give me a sign. See, I told you that the... Wouldn't it be weird if you died and you woke up and you were in heaven? Just like they always told you. And everybody had wings on and pearly gates. Wouldn't you feel stupid? Oh no! You mean that this is what? Oh! In college, they said this was all bullshit. Oh, well, I'll just come in and... What? You been keeping records on me? Well, it wasn't so bad. How many times did I take the Lord's name in vain? Ugh. 1,000,006. Oh. Jesus Christ. We're going to get to the meat of the act pretty soon. I'm just kind of coasting here. What do you want for $4? Want a real show or something? I don't need this, you know what I mean? I'm a neat guy. More wine. It's so hard. It's so hard to believe in anything anymore, you know what I mean? It's like religion. I mean, you can't really take it seriously because it seems so mythological and it seems so arbitrary. And then on the other hand, science, it's just pure empiricism, and by virtue of its method, it excludes metaphysics. And I guess I wouldn't believe in anything if it weren't for my lucky astrology mood watch. College, you feel so small, You go to college, you study about guys like Leonardo, who did everything. A scientist, a great painter, a great architect and designer. And you feel like an idiot. And I wanted to, expand my life in the way that Leonardo did, and that's why I took up juggling. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Steve, where do you find time to juggle? Well, I juggle in my mind. Whoops. Okay. But people look at guys like the Mona Lisa. Leonardo's Mona Lisa, and they think, oh, that's not so great. But not a lot of people know this. The Mona Lisa was painted with one stroke. How's this? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. All right, okay. Excuse me, I just went to the Bahamas for a second. All right. Well, anyway, I guess you can tell that I'm into language, and language is kind of my thing, being a comedian, and if you don't have a command of the language, nothing to be embarrassed about, but because this is my profession, and let's face it, some people have a way with words, other people, not have a way, I guess. See, I'm into language. You have to have a command of the English language. You're just nowhere. I mean, like, say you get out of college or whatever you do. You're going to go into business. Say you're going to open a bank. Now, just for an example, you've got to give it the right name. It's got to be something big and strong, like Security First Trust and Federal Reserve. And you have to name a bank that because nobody's going to put their money in Fred's Bank. Hi, I'm Fred. I have a bank. You got $1,500? I'll put it here in my white suit. White suit, right hand pocket. Okay, you got to remember that. I got a great dirty trick you can play on a 3-year-old kid. See, kids learn how to talk from listening to their parents. See? How's it going? See, this is a good one you can pull on. See, what you do, if you have a 3-year-old kid and you want to play a dirty trick on him, whenever you're around him, you talk wrong. So now it's like his first day in school and he raises his hand. May I mumble dog face to the banana patch? Give that kid a special test. Get him out. Well, let me give you a warning, okay? I was in Paris about 2 months ago. And it was just a little vacation. It was on the East Coast. I had 7 days off. I say, well, I'll just go over there and I'll go to Paris. But let me give you a warning. If you're going over there, here's an example. Chapeau means hat. Ouf means egg. It's like those French have a different word for everything. Serious. See, you never appreciate your language till you go to a foreign country that doesn't have the courtesy to speak English. I went over there thinking, no problem. I don't speak any French. I'm thinking, no problem. English is a universal language. It'll be easy. So I get off the plane, get into the taxi, say to the driver, I dig baby talk. Okay, have I started yet? I have. Okay, well then let's just keep going. Oh, so anyway, you go to Paris, France, and, well, let's go back to what I was talking about Paris, France. I remember, don't worry. No, so, did I say a courtesy to speak English? I said that, okay? Now, I went over there thinking, everyone's going to speak English, no problem. I don't speak a word of French. It's a universal language, so I'll just be able to speak English. So I get off the plane, I get into a taxi. The first indication I'm going to have trouble, I say to the driver, like to go to a hotel, please. The driver turns and goes, Je suis là de soi. What? What is that you're saying? So the first thing you do, this is really dumb. You think this will help, you adopt a French accent. I would like to go to the hotel. So that's nothing. So I went out, I bought a little French phrase book hoping to memorize little phrases, can I go to the bathroom and things like that. But French is not like Spanish. In Spanish you can sound it out. It's easy for Americans. Every vowel is a syllable. You go, Casa de Pepe. Donde está Casa de Pepe? But French is like, Je ne le dois. What happened? He spoke French! Help him! So the only thing I could remember was cheese omelet. Omelette du fromage. I'm practicing all the time. Omelette du fromage. I'm meeting people, hey, omelette du fromage. Finally, I go into a restaurant and omelette du fromage. And the problem, if you order in French, the waiter thinks you speak French. He goes, Je te suis le du soir? And you go, yes! And he brings you a shoe with cheese on it. And you also told him to force it down your throat. I'll have a shoe with cheese on it, force it down my throat, and I want to massage your grandmother, okay? I finally figured out the secret to ordering food. It's all sound effects. Went into a restaurant, wanted to order milk, eggs, and ham. I'm going to go, The waiter looked at me and goes, I beg your pardon? Okay, enough comedy jokes. All right,
What's your move,
Yeah, I remember when I had my first beer.
Oh, I get it. Don't worry, I get it. I know what you're saying. You people are paranoid. You are paranoid. I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, let's talk about the comedian behind his back. I get it. I see where you're at. No. Hey, that doesn't bother me a bit. I don't need you. I can do this act alone. I often do. I'm gonna do the act for my parents. I take out the dirty stuff.
I just made that up. I don't think it's gonna be a big hit. Making this up, man. This is the creativity in action, you know? Because it's not often that you can pay $4 to see someone jack off like this. You know? I'm in the mood for love, simply because you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for love. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Excuse me, I lost my mind for a minute. During the show or at some point, so I have to do this, as comedian's financial disclosure in accordance with the unilateral code established by Stephen Martin on this day. This disclosure is presented. Okay, a lot of percentages. Manager and agent, 30 to 35%. Road expenses, usually 10 to 20%. Development of new material, 0.0000001%. And I've written that all up in a little pie graph here. Then over here I have a rubber chicken graph. Then I figured out potential concert income. If you fill a 3,000-seat hall at $3 per ticket, the gross is $9,000. If you fill a 3,000-seat hall at $7.50 per ticket, the gross is $22,500. And just for fun, I figured out if you fill a 3,000-seat hall at $800 a ticket, gross is $2,400,000. And this is what I'm shooting for. One show. Goodbye.
for me. All right.
Hi, Crime Stoppers! Usually we say, hi, Steve, one more time. Hi, Crime Stoppers! Hi, let's repeat the Crime Stoppers oath. I promise not to bully my friends. I promise not to leave my keys in the car. I promise not to depreciate non-taxable items brought forth in the previous tax year. Good. And now, let's repeat the non-conformist oath. I promise to be different. I promise to be unique. I promise not to repeat things other people say. Good. Okay, have a new single out, King Tut. And...
Whoa!
Well, as King Tut would say, mucho dinero. Well, the only reason I mention it, first of all, a lot of people do ask me if that's my natural voice on the record. Did we augment it with echo and all those studio tricks? And we did not. That's my absolutely real voice. And, well, I'll prove it to you right now. Here we go. Oh. King Tut, how'd you get your hunky down? Sorry, I just lost my mind just for a moment. But that's okay for me! Because I am a wild and crazy guy! Many people come to me and they say, hey, how can you be such a swinging sex god? Well, I'll tell you, it's not because I can make love up to one time a night. It's not because I say the things a woman wants to hear, like, are you through yet? It's because I know how to read a woman. If she is like a cat, I have kitty litter. If she is like a dog, we do it on the paper. But I'm also a unique guy too. The kind of guy who likes to have his own special scent. Not to smell like every other guy. I like to have my own individual odor. That's why I wear tuna fish sandwich. I put a tuna fish sandwich under each arm, maybe one or two behind the ears. I don't smell like any other guy. And it's economical too, because the smell lasts for 4 or 5 days. Okay. Also, I handle all my own personal finances, and I'm happy to say I recently purchased my own form of private transportation, which we landed out here at the airport this morning. It's not easy landing a station wagon out here at the airport. But actually, part of the money taken in here tonight will be going to charity. I never announce this ahead of time because it always sounds like a phony deal, but I do a lot of work with unwed mothers. And no, just helping them get their start. Now, come on. Actually, I love animals, and there's something going on in Mexico right now. Some people think it's a sport. I happen to think it's cruelty to animals. I'm talking about, of course, cat juggling. They take the little kitties, 10, 12 weeks old, and they juggle them for money. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Of course, the poor little kittens are going, meow, 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 meow. And there's something going on in Kansas right now that makes me sick. They take little laboratory mice, never hurt anybody, take them out to Hollywood and tell them they're going to be in pictures. Uh-oh, I'm getting happy feet! Wow! But I'll be honest with you. You probably read it in Screw Up Your Life People magazine anyway. I used to smoke marijuana. But I'll tell you something. I would only smoke it in the late evening. Oh, occasionally the early evening, but usually the late evening or the mid-evening. So I just had the early evening, mid-evening, and late evening. Occasionally early afternoon or the mid-afternoon or perhaps the late mid-afternoon. Sometimes the early mid, late early morning. But never at dusk, never at dusk. I would never do that. Okay, hey, Grandpa bought a rubber. I feel sorry for women, and I'll tell you why. Because so many men think they're into this weird sex. And I'm sorry, that there's something wrong about that. And I wouldn't have said that, but 6 months ago I met a girl. She was taking singing lessons. And her coach, 84-year-old guy, you'd think it'd be the last guy in the world to be weird. But listen to this. He kept wanting her to sing from her diaphragm. I mean, that would take years to learn that, wouldn't it? Now this doesn't happen very often, but about 3 weeks ago I met a girl, and she was real nice, and she invited me to her apartment. So I went over there, and she had the best pussy I have ever seen. Oh, now come on! I'm talking about her cat. Now that makes me sick right there. No, you can't say anything anymore that people don't take it dirty, and I'm sorry, that disgusts me. That cat was the best fuck I ever had, too. How many people have cats? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 10. Now, let me ask you this. Do you trust them? Because I've got to get a pair of cat handcuffs, and I got to get them right away. Just the little ones that go around the little front paws. Or maybe the manacles of 4 that get all 4 paws. But what a drag. I found out my cat was embezzling from me. You think you know a cat for 10 years? He pulls something like this. Found out while I was away, he would go out to the mailbox, pick up the checks, take them down to the bank and cash them, disguised as me. He had the little kitty arrow through the head, and the little kitty bunny ears, And I wouldn't have caught him, but I went outside to his house where he sleeps, and there was about $3,000 worth of cat toys out there. And you can't return them because they have spit all over them. So now I'm stuck with $3,000 worth of cat toys. Oh, sure, they're fun. Got the little rubber mouse, has a bell inside of it. Boy, I hate it when it goes under the sofa. Wow, give me that, give me that, give me that. You're a great audience. Can I tell you that, okay? You are. But can I tell you something else, too? You Americans are so naive. You have so many naive and simple ways. Well, like when you break up with a girl. It's a big deal. But where I'm from, we have a very simple and mature way of doing it. You just walk up to the girl and you say, I break with thee, I break with thee, I break with thee, and then you throw dog poop on her shoes. Then my brother and I, we go to the crazy swinging singles bar. And we look for the girls with the dog poop on their shoes. I noticed you have a little dog poopy on your shoes. You know, many people come to me and they say, hey, what kind of girl is it you want to meet? Well, I just want to meet a girl with a head on her shoulders. I hate necks. That way, when we go to a fancy restaurant and I walk in with her, every head turns. Except her, she has no neck. You know, a lot of people ask me if Steve Martin is my real name. Have I changed it for show business or anything like that? And now I'm not ashamed to admit it because I did have a funny name when I was a kid and I decided to change it for show business. But I think enough time has gone by and audiences are more sophisticated now that they won't laugh at my real name. My real name is... So my parents had a sense of humor. My sister's name was Hill. And my mother got to call us for dinner and she'd go, Hill. So I had to move around a lot. But other than that, I had a very normal childhood. And I was thinking about this just the other day. I was just sitting home doing terrible things to my dog with a fork. And I started thinking about when I was in high school. I had a real normal, kind of healthy high school. I was on the football team. I was a quarterback, and I quit after 2 weeks. And I'll tell you why. Because when I'm the quarterback, I think I should be calling the plays. I don't think the coach should be sending in the plays. I'm in charge out there, and that's the way I felt. And I had my own strategy. I used to like to punt on first down. So I quit that, became a cheerleader, and that was really fun. You know, I got my first experience standing up in front of people, and I got my first writing experience. I wrote cheers for the team, but the other cheerleaders were so jealous. They would not use one of my cheers. I wrote, "Die, you gravy-sucking pigs." And try and make a touchdown, you scumbags. One last thing, if you bought my album and you came down here expecting me to do a lot of routines from the record and I didn't do them, maybe one or two, there's a reason for that. I think performers have to move on. You just can't do the same old material over and over and over, and it's kind of a cheat, I think, to rely on the same stuff. And if you don't agree with me, well, excuse me! You know, one of the greatest art exhibits ever to tour the United States is the treasures of Tutankhamun or King Tut.
Thought he'd see people stand in line to see the boy king. How'd you get so funky? Did you do the monkey? Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia. Now if I'd known they'd line up just to see him, I'd taken all my money and bought me a museum. With a donkey. He's my favorite honky. Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia. Dancing by the night. The ladies love the style. Rockin' for the mile. He ate a crocodile. His life for tourism. Golden idols. He's an Egyptian. They're selling you. Got a condo made of stoner.